All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about something that's, well, one of the most painful and time-consuming processes in pretty much any big company, the annual budget. But more importantly, we're going to look at a really powerful alternative that's completely changing how modern businesses plan, fund, and, actually deliver value. So let me ask you this. Have you ever spent months, literally months, putting together a super detailed annual plan only to feel like it's totally useless by the time it's even approved? Yeah, you're not alone. In a world where everything is constantly changing, that traditional annual plan often feels like a museum piece the second it gets published. So let's start by really unpacking this problem. We'll call it the annual budgeting trap. It's this vicious cycle that so many organizations are stuck in, and honestly, it just completely clashes with the need for speed and agility that today's market demands. And I bet these points feel incredibly familiar. The whole annual process is this massive 6 to 9 month ordeal of creating these detailed plans based on projections that are, let's be real, often just educated guesses. It just creates this state of constant administrative overload. And because all the governance is tied to that approved plan, teams are actually rewarded for sticking to it, even when they learn something new that screams, we should pivot. It basically kills agility. And here's the absolute heart of the issue. The problem isn't just the timing, it's the entire model. Traditional budgeting funds temporary projects. You know the drill. We pull together a temporary team, give them a fixed budget and a fixed plan, and just tell them to go deliver. This whole way of working is fundamentally out of sync with how value is actually created, which is in a continuous, evolving way. So, this brings us to the solution, and it requires a pretty radical shift in our thinking. We need to move from funding temporary projects to funding the permanent delivery of value. This is the core idea behind what we call lean budgeting. So, let's dive in and see how this actually works in practice. The central idea, the real organizing principle here, is the value stream. So instead of thinking in terms of projects that start and end, we think about the entire end-to-end process of delivering something valuable to a customer. This could be a product, a service, whatever. It's a much more durable, long-term way of looking at how your business actually functions. And wow, the difference is just night and day. On the left, you've got the old world, temporary teams, rigid plans, and these slow, centralized approvals where success is measured by what? How well you followed the plan. But on the right, you have the lean approach. You have persistent, long-lived teams who are empowered to make quick decisions. Their scope is flexible, and success is measured by the actual customer value they deliver. It's a total flip of the old model. The human impact of this is just huge. I mean, when you stop constantly shuffling people between projects, you get to create stable, cross-functional teams that build real trust and deep expertise. They're all aligned around a shared mission, not just a temporary to-do list. This gets rid of the massive inefficiency and, frankly, the morale drain of constantly forming and reforming teams. Okay. This sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do it, right? Let's walk through a practical framework for making this happen. And the good news is, this isn't a one-time big bang switch, but a continuous cycle that makes the whole process feel way more achievable. So instead of one giant annual plan, lean budgeting operates in a constant flow. It all starts with really clear strategic goals. From there, you use lightweight business cases to prioritize the work. Then, and this is the crucial step, you fund the value streams, not the individual projects. Work gets done in shorter cycles, like quarterly increments, and you're constantly measuring your progress against real outcomes, so you're always ready to adapt and shift funds as you learn. It's a dynamic, living system. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds like financial chaos, but it's not. This is where something called guardrails comes in. Just think of them as the spending policies and guidelines that are set at the big picture portfolio level. They make sure that while your value streams have the freedom to make their own decisions, those decisions still line up with the company's bigger strategy and financial rules. It's how you get the best of both worlds, decentralized speed with just enough centralized oversight. Now, to make all this work, teams need better ways to make decisions. So let's check out two incredibly powerful tools that help teams prioritize and really focus on what truly matters. The first one is called cost of delay. This one tool completely reframes how you talk about prioritization. Instead of asking, how much money will this feature make, it asks a different, more urgent question. How much money are we losing for every single week we don't have this feature out in the world? It forces you to put a real number on the economic impact of waiting. I love this quote because it's so blunt and so true. Cost of delay basically makes procrastination expensive, and more importantly, visible. When you can walk into a room and say, hey, delaying this is costing us $50,000 a month, it forces a much more honest and urgent conversation about what to build next. And the second tool is OKRs, Objectives and Key Results. This framework is all about shifting your focus from outputs, the stuff we build, to outcomes, the actual results we want to achieve. It's the difference between saying, we're going to launch a new dashboard, and we're going to reduce customer support calls. See the difference? Here's a perfect example. The objective is the big, ambitious goal: improve the online customer experience. The key result makes it real and totally measurable: reduce online support calls by 15%. This gives the team a super clear, measurable target that's directly tied to business value, not just a checklist of features to ship. So, what happens when you put all of this together? What's the real, ultimate payoff from making this transformation? Because let's be clear, it's a difficult journey, but it is so necessary. This visual really captures the entire journey perfectly. You're moving from the world on the left, centralized control, project overload, super detailed plans, over to the world on the right, a world of decentralized decisions, a continuous flow of value, and objective, fact-based ways of measuring success. It's a fundamental evolution in how a company actually operates. And the payoff for making this shift is just profound. Your entire organization gets faster, more responsive. The strategy you talk about in the boardroom gets tightly linked to the work people are doing every day. Your teams are empowered and focused on the customer, which naturally improves morale and productivity. At the end of the day, you're building a financial framework that isn't stuck in the past, but is actually designed to win in a fast-changing future. So I'll leave you with this final thought. The way you spend your money dictates almost every business outcome you have. It decides what gets built and how your teams are structured. So you have to take a hard look at your own process. Is your budget built for the world of yesterday, or is it ready for tomorrow?